This is Sports Court. Here we settle the most contested sports arguments of all time. Ryan thinks that one-and-done Carmelo Anthony is the best tournament player ever. Susanna believes Christian Laettner is the best, even though most people don't remember who that is. Sports Court is brought to you by IHOP.
Sports Court is now in session. Ladies and gentlemen, the NCAA Tournament is where legends are born. But who is the greatest tournament player of all time? Ms. Collins, please begin.
I would like to start by introducing my first piece of evidence. This is a mortarboard, a graduation cap, if you will. I received one of these after I spent 4 years at college and graduated. That's the same amount of time Christian Laettner spent at Duke University playing basketball. 4 years, 4 consecutive trips to the Final Four, 2 consecutive championship appearances, 5 NCAA tournament records. I could go on and on, Your Honor.
Get to the point.
My point is that in 4 years, Christian Laettner contributed so much to college basketball, also in the tournament, as opposed to, I'm sorry, how many seasons?
Your Honor, if I may, I think what Ms. Collins is trying to say is that you should focus on quantity and not quality, because that's what Christian Laettner's career is. How old was Carmelo Anthony when he achieved all of what he did in the tournament? 18. If I may introduce my first piece of evidence. This is a photograph. That's me at 18 years old. That's me drinking.
You're brave, Counselor.
Acting a fool. I'm not leading a team to a national championship. So let's also look at what Carmelo Anthony was just able to do as an 18-year-old. We're talking a guy who scored 53 points in the national semifinal and the final combined. More than Christian Laettner did in any of his Final Four appearances. These are numbers that we apply to Danny Manning, Magic Johnson,
Who are these
the
people?
legends
Irrelevant.
of college basketball.
Doesn't matter.
Counselor, did you just say Magic Johnson is irrelevant?
With all due respect, this is about Carmelo Anthony and Christian Laettner, Your Honor. And was Carmelo Anthony ever perfect? Because Christian Laettner was. Against Kentucky, 1992. 10 for 10 from the field, 10 for 10 from the free throw line, including one of the most iconic shots in NCAA tournament history, the turnaround jumper, the last second to send them to the Final Four, Your Honor. The evidence speaks for itself.
Do we care about the Final Four game in which he only scored 8 points against Indiana and Duke won despite him? Something that would have never happened with Carmelo Anthony in Syracuse because he carried the team through the entire tournament. How many other players from those Duke teams went to the NBA? I'll tell you, it's 6 that got drafted. How many other players from Syracuse got drafted? It's 1. It's Hakeem Warwick.
Pardon me. Do you know?
Overruled. Hakeem Warwick, not a real person. You just made that up.
My counter to that argument, sir, Carmelo Anthony, selfish. Selfish player, doesn't trust his teammates.
If he was so selfish, can you name another Syracuse player that he should have passed to?
I cannot.
Okay, noted.
Your client is just a one of a line of boring white basketball players who did nothing as professionals.
Mr. Nanny, I would appreciate you keeping race out of this.
As a boring white man myself, I think I'm entitled.
Your Honor, I would like to introduce my second piece of evidence.
Please do. Let's move on.
We talk about contributions. I would like to introduce this piece right here. Bailiff, here you go. Christian Laettner became a cultural icon in 1992 after hitting that shot against Kentucky.
So
the turnaround
did Ace
jumper.
of Base,
Was
Your
Carmelo
Honor?
Anthony one of People Magazine's 50 most beautiful people? Was he?
I object to this cheesecake, Your Honor.
Sustained. I do not know that is not just a 90210 actor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Don't get lost. Okay, yeah, I guess.
Let's move on. Mr. Nanny, what else do you have?
Let's talk about 1992 and let's talk about culture. And if I may, I'd like to introduce my last piece of evidence. Bailiff, if you're done.
Do you want me to hold that?
No, I'm going to put it here.
Just thought I'd offer.
This is a photo of your client representing our country in the Olympics with the dream team.
That's right.
Do you know who the other option was for that team? Shaquille O'Neal. We have been down this road before, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Are you defending Shaquille O'Neal or Carmelo Anthony?
We have deferred to Christian Laettner's so-called legacy over superior athleticism once before.
I'm sorry.
And we got that doofus.
Did he appoint himself to the dream team?
He could have easily bowed out. He could have said, I don't deserve to be here. But he's the selfish one, and you know it.
Hall of Fame.
I think I've heard about enough and certainly seen more than I need to. You can take that away. Mr. Nanny, what you said about quality versus quantity is an apt point, but Mr. Laettner's career also included a great deal of quality. I'm going to have to take both into account, partially because Christian Laettner needs this more. I'm going to announce Christian Laettner as the greatest tournament player of all time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Collins, as the winner of this edition of Sports Court, you are entitled to a delicious serving of IHOP's double dip peanut butter banana and chocolate French toast. Enjoy.
Yeah! This is for you, Laettner. Woo!
Ryan, you lost. How do you feel?
Not surprised. Judge Effort's one of the best-known haters on the bench, so of course he's going to side with the most hated guy in college basketball history.
Thank you, Ryan. Susanna, you won. How do you feel?
I think we're impressive. It's like I get to eat some French toast. I'm winning. I'm a winner.